Grand Rising YouTube, Grand Rising. Good evening, good day, depending on where you are. I'm back in again to channel the messages are sent to me, through me, and for me to share. Not every message that comes through is going to be a message for everyone, but there's definitely a message here for someone. You just needing to take what resonates and leave the rest. Right now it's 5:15 a.m. and that's relevant on the 30th. Again, we're in the energy of that 3, in the heights of Capricorn in Pluto energy and the shadow energy of Mercury retrograde. This is definitely an energy of the subconscious, your shadow side, what's hidden. Every time I was meaning to come in and do this message from yesterday, but again, good distractions. But this ancestor's got something to say, and they got an eye on you. They got an eye on the situation. The more I sit here, is the more I'm realizing the ancestor 37 is here to give you insight, foresight into the energy and the storm, the hurricane that we had recently, Beryl. I mean, we never had it in the UK, but it hit the Caribbean quite hard. I'm going to read out a poem I wrote on the 24th of March 2024. After sleep, come out of sleep vision. But it's the illustration for me. I'm always guided, you know? It's this illustration for me. Those who know me know. But I'm going to read what I wrote. So I wrote, motherboard, umbilical cord. Must I have to use the sword? Oh Lord. Identity fraud, whilst the world applauds. Check the clause. It's the in-laws. I heard a shout. They're gonna find out when the ancestors and the Most High roars. Have no remorse. When the enemy's revealed, all is sealed. It's a done deal. Have no remorse. But of course, it's the laws. Or is it the in-laws? All will come to light when you step back, observe within the pause. It's not your battle or your fight. Bad people full of envy, greed and spite. But it's alright. The Most High's gonna make this right. The day will come when they will have to bow down on all fours. It's laws. Or is it the in-laws? The Most High says, this can't go on no more. Time to balance the score. It's red hot raw. Time to open the door. Watch this crumble. Jaws will hit the floor. All involved gonna be sore. See, I saw the camel and the final straw. On the land the ancestors were born. A place where I see corn. That's where the contract's being destroyed and torn. The enemy thought you'd be their pawn, whilst hiding their fawns and their horns, targeting the firstborns. Forgot the last are stubborn bulls. Fools. Agenda to manipulate, as I broke down the word, and promote hate, blocking you at your gate, talking about this is fate. Manipulate, pull the wool with their tools, over your eyes with their lies, fake cries. Time to say bye. It's only a matter of time before you have a belly full. Starts in the homes and the schools. They compress your gifts by being cruel. Now who's the mule? Disguised by stools and conditioned by rules, as if we are the fools. For me, my fuel, I always knew I was a jewel. Ashe. And that's deep because it's bringing me to the energy. I've been sitting here in this energy for a few days now. And the more I sit in this energy, I'm realizing that Mother Earth's natural disaster, it's that kind of an energy of man's rejection is God's protection. Whilst you was in this energy of seeing certain things for what they were, religion, people, places, things, the things that you was blocked from within your life from birth, this energy of Jezebel was placed upon you from birth. This is not like let me not. This is something that you had no control over. The only thing you had to do was find balance within the energies that you was born with or within. You had to find balance within that unsettled foundation. And I feel like life has been a test. Life has been an obstacle course. And I feel like you're understanding the storms. You're grateful for the storms that's occurred within your life. You're understanding the blessings and the lessons that it's been teaching you. You might not have understood it at the time. You was totally, I don't want to pick up the card because of the lover's card behind that. But your perception, you was oblivious, unaware to certain things. But slowly but surely your third eye chakra has been activated. Your divine feminine energy, your romantic love energy is being activated. As I was sitting here, I was kind of picking up on the energy again. This has been going on for a few days. This energy has been resurfacing. It's the energy of forthright, at least 5 years ahead of your age, you know, is what took place in the foundation, the traumas. It matured you. Not necessarily in a good way, but I'm picking up on in a balanced way. In a very balanced way, you was able to tap into, from a very early age, your masculine and feminine energy within. You may not have understood it, but you followed guidance, inner guidance. From a very early age, you understood the basic rules of treat others how you want to be treated. Your cutoff is real. And that stems from this energy. Having enough as enough, having a belly full. Subconsciously, that's the energy I'm picking up on here. Again, I feel like this energy of Queen Jezebel compressed your true goddess energy. So you kind of, I'm picking up the energy of more so learn to live within that energy. You use that energy for your benefit in order to get through the obstacles and trials and tribulations that life brought to you, is what I'm picking up here. And this is definitely stemming back to some kind of ritual that was taking place overseas. A place of sulfur, volcanic, boiling springs. Again, going back to the energy of Beryl. Going back to the energy of Beryl. I'm going to read an article I got off of Google today in regards to the hurricanes of the Caribbean. It says, it's almost Armageddon-like. Hurricane Beryl hit the Caribbean islands. One of the islands is Carriacou, as a Category 4 storm. One so intense that the country's Prime Minister said it caused complete and total destruction of the natural environment. Almost every building on the island has been damaged or destroyed. It goes on and on. Another one here says, on average, they happen about every 5 times a year. There's something about the energy of 5. It was also saying that the hurricane hit that particular island on the 2nd of July. And when I read that, I looked at this card where it says, card number 2, Rapunzel, let down your hair. And it's this ancestor's stare for me. It's the ancestor's stare for me. It's like, I keep hearing, when I see that stare, can you see what I see? It's this airy, it's a real airy feeling, you know? But it's a feeling of everything is gonna be alright. I'm hearing that song now, every little thing's gonna be alright. I did do do a write-up. I will go back to it. But I'm just curious in regards to this divine feminine energy, this goddess energy that's being compressed. And I feel like all of your life, regardless of your age or your gender, if you're resonating with these energies, your divine goddess energy is being compressed. Card fell to the ground. And it's Mama, I'm not gonna try to butcher her name, but I'll pull it up. represents water. And for me, that's kind of deep because it's bringing me back to this energy of emerging from the water, from being trapped in a bottle of your emotions, regardless of where the attack came from, of you being trapped within your emotions, but it's stemming from the foundation. Card number 33, break it down to the 6. There's a lot of free energy here. Card 21, card 6, card 21, there's double energies here. 21, 21, 21. Move on from the 21, then we've got the 13. 21, 13 may be relevant, angel number to look up. But I feel like from the age of possibly 16, you was placed in this energy of spiritual protection, spiritual isolation, trapped within your emotions, you know, put in situations that you had no business being in, you know. That's that sacred energy. Unable to surrender to a natural way of development is a kind of dynamic, is what I'm picking up on here. Your true identity was never really seen. The only person that ever knew your true identity was you, because you compressed that energy. I'm going to read what I've written throughout my notes. I've been writing. I've literally just been here just listening. And most definitely my perception to a lot of things has changed. As your perception here within this situation of playing it safe, your perception may have changed. As I'm sitting here even now, going back to around a month or so ago, I was doing a lot of let's just say clearing work, because the more you clear, the more you hear, and the more you hear, the more you're gonna clear. So anyway, there's a few shorts on my channel where I was really getting into some garden work. I'm hearing farmer, but I was really getting into some garden work. I was clearing out energy that was surrounding me, and we're going back for at least 20, 21 years going back. I've had so many actual physical changes since then. Numbers, addresses, children, you understand, like, but there was still a heavy energies around me. I threw away boxes that I didn't even know what was inside of them at this stage. It's like that energy of, if you haven't used it, then you don't need it kind of energy. It's just, I'm hearing dead weight, energetic dead weight that was keeping you bound to a past energy, a past life, unknowingly or knowingly. It's that holding kind of an energy. So going back to a message that I put up on my channel, on my community page, I've been very active in my community page in regards to a lot of channeled messages that I'm receiving just throughout my day, because I've been out and about, so it's very hard for me to be able to write down notes, or so it's like the Most High is pushing me and guiding me to certain relevant messages that are making sense for this present energy. So I share them on my community page. For those of you that's resonating with these energies, it's kind of like it's all of the pieces of the jigsaw is making sense in the end, and it's all in regards to this new beginning. You expressing your peace. I'm going to read what I wrote here. So anyway, it's you readjusting to you delicately removing your roots from where they was once placed to where you desire them to be. The war waged, I'm going to read, so war waged against you from birth was a necessary for your resistance. And I'm just going to put a full stop there, because I've been writing and coming back to it, and been writing and coming back to it. So anyway, going back to how I ended the last message, it kind of ended abruptly, but again I couldn't come back in to do it. So being led to some form of divinity, creativities, new endeavors. That's what I was explaining in regards to this energy of, once you emerge, you're going to understand your present moment and why you're here and why you've gone through these storms. It's that kind of an energy of teaching and learning. Each one teach one. This card originally was over here. I put this card over here as I was about to start the recording because it's like this energy is still stuck within a tower that they're fearful of leaving. It's like every time the tower breaks down, you rebuild it again. You know, fearful of what's on the outside, very comfortable within your comfort zone because you was very connected to an ancestor energy within this water energy, within being trapped within this bottle, within your emotions. I'm hearing being buried, but the energies that was with you was the energies of Lilith, Queen Jezebel, and this goddess was compressed within the waters. Breaking through the mental chains, the silent noise, the manipulation is not set on you, it's set to those around you who are unable to see you. Only your true five, your soul tribe, your cluster is going to see you for you. The illusions are set over those that come toward you, that can't see you. The hashtag gifted. You're the ish, and anything you give energy to, you fertilize, it grows. Give thanks and remove your energy. Give thanks when you're unwanted at a table and remove your energy, or your ancestors will do it for you. Divine introspection, with all respect. Again, this is where I was picking up on this ancestors energy. It's almost like your ancestors are haunting you. You're haunting your ancestors. You know where they might say your ancestors are haunting you. It's like you're haunting your ancestors because there's something that they want you to see, or there's something that they want you to take accountability for. So I'm still channeling. They're only here to guide you. They're not here to stay. I was picking up on energy here of where they've been with you all your life. So however that may be, you can be. I'm seeing 33 here. 38 is also coming to my mind. I wrote here also, the work is done. Confirmation. You've learnt the lessons. Don't let fear hold you back. What may have kept you stuck, confused in some kind of illusion, in a maze or a world of your own? You saw your way up, out and through. With inner knowledge, wisdom, guidance, you followed your spiritual obedience. You followed your inner spiritual guidance. You've been spiritual obedient. Your angels are asking you to explain your transitioning process, how you overcome the storm. They want you to express that within your own creativities. They don't want you to justify it. They just want you to express it, how you process it. That saying that this is no fairy tale, it kind of is. It depends on how you process the traumas that you've experienced in life. Some people can't take it as harsh as it is. It's like slowly but surely, it's like the truth is being brought to you like raindrops. It's the little and often. It's the kind of energy I'm picking up on. Little and often is how you heal yourself. Little and often, one step at a time. Because the wickedness of the world is surreal. The suppression, the oppression, the compressed, the true inner femme has been compressed. There's levels and stages or steps to be taken. Feels like a hit like you hit the reset button. I wrote here reset, get set, but there's no need to race. Sent to experience and heal step by step through dreams and visions and expressions, planning and preparing, organizing, realigning with your boundaries and your choices, your intuition and your inner child, that your compressed inner child. And that's this energy here that's present right now. There's a whole different aura in regards to this energy that was forthright. To this energy now that's being cleansed, replenished, understanding to who you are and why you've gone through the mission of this lifetime that you have. I'm hearing your soul is built for this. Your soul is built for this. I'm hearing you find peace in every lifetime. I've written here, rise of the divine feminine. Your inner masculine has prepared your path for you to nurture. Your inner masculine's been riding for you. Your ride and die. Words can't explain sometimes. Sometimes you can only express yourself through illustration, some poetry, music, just say creativity. And I feel like that's the path that you've been guided to go down in order to express yourself. For me, at a very young age, my 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 voice was silenced because you how can I explain? For an example, like when it came on to reading, the person who was in charge of my reading was the very same person that was trying to silence me. You know, so as I got older and going into school and we had to read out loud, it was an uncomfortable energy for me. It was way out of my comfort zone. Even when I started YouTube, is what prevented me from starting YouTube when I was initially guided to. I literally came onto YouTube energetically, kicking and screaming. I was dragged here through the storm, you know. But I was understanding of what was happening at the time it was happening. I was understanding that I was breaking down barriers, kicking down doors of what the enemy tried to keep me from, tried to keep me compressed, of expressing my voice, my wisdom, my earthly experiences, the truth. Jezebel sitting on the blue throne that represents your throat chakra. The tree that's behind Lilith, the leaves are red. This is to do with your foundation, the root, and the wisdom that you gained from the roots of your foundation. You know, in Matthew, I can't remember the verse, but it says, show me your fruit. I can't remember how it goes, but basically, show me your friends, show me your family, and I'll tell you who you are. Maybe over the years you felt your energetic fields being crossed, your boundaries, and you felt disalignment, you felt the interruptions, physically and spiritual, of your spiritual development. But you found peace within your solitude, literally. Refuge, hostels, just a need to get away. You just need to get away from where you was. It's like, as long as I'm not where I was, it's like you just need to go on holiday, or you just need to just break free. Going back to one of the illustrations that I shared on my channel of recently, of a divine masculine coming towards you. The guidance is divine feminine. Don't absorb, observe. Side note. Divine order. So where you was through your own choices of divine order, the tower fell, but you kept on rebuilding it back energetically. when you should have moved on to the Four of Wands is energy. Armed with wisdom and knowledge, you went on a detour. But your seeds to make it work for you. But you planted seeds to make it work for you. Again, this is picking up the energy. I was picking up the energy here of Storm Barrel and clearing away, cleansing, whatever that was, whatever this energy is that's been planted against you or set against you from, and we can be talking around 33 years. I'm just keep on looking at the energy of this card. But there's a combination. So much numerology was coming towards me as well during this whole revelation, I want to say. The fair, when they see the wheel moving, it means what goes around comes around. They try desperately to stop you from the foundation. They could only hinder you. They could never stop you. There's no other energy out here more powerful than the Most High. And when Mother Earth when Mother Earth and the universe combined, you get a storm like Beryl. The more you clear, the more you hear. I pick my battles wisely, guidance from my ancestors and Almighty. They walk beside me. My energy is my true beauty, but only veiled for the world to see. My poetry, or is this simply just telepathy? This was yesterday at 6:27 p.m. I was coming in at intervals, like this. At this point, I was at home, but I was still busy within my home. So as I was getting little channeled messages, I will come and write it down, intervals. So this can be throughout life, because at this point, I was seeing a breakdown of every 10 years. It's like every 10 years, you come to some kind of realization. It's like more and more answers. You receive more and more answers. Your meditation is getting more stronger. Your connection to your Most High and your ancestors, to your own energy, is getting stronger. Right now, I'm just honed in on this present energy. But I'm going to keep on reading. More breaks, reflections and observations. You may have had gaps, blockages, which you may have compressed over 10 years at a time. Every 10 years, going back 10 years. Endings and beginnings, successes and rewards. I was picking up on a numerology here of 37 plus 2, 37 plus 2 is 39. Take away 2 is 37. And this is the energy here, 37. I was just looking into the numerology. It had me for a minute. Feel romantic love failed. I failed to surrender to, or a sacrifice of your romantic love was given up. Within this sacrificial energy of Jezebel being placed upon you from the foundation, it was so that you was blocked from your third eye chakra, from your divine feminine energy, from any romantic love. It was to keep you trapped. Possibly I'm hearing now for 21, possibly 39 years. That's a lifetime. But I feel for some, your third eye chakra was activated around the age of 6 and 9. I just saw the Wheel of Fortune in my mind's eye. But you played it safe. You had a change of mind, a change of heart, oblivious to why you went with guidance to what was being from what you was being protected from. Again, I was really looking at the numerology of 21 and 12, which is the energy of the 12 dancing princesses, going back to my seasons and when it all began. Season 9, this would have been. Again, like I said, there's 3 energies of 21 here, 21, 21, 21. Triple goddess energy. You break it down to the 12. When you add that all up, you break it down. So my numerology, so 3 take away 9 equals, I was doing all kinds of things, but either way, we come to this energy of 3. We come to this energy of 3. Something about 3 to 9 equals 12. 1 to 3 is the 4. So I was calculating the numerology of the Lilith card which is card number 13. For me, that's that energy of the balance between your masculine and your feminine, your inner masculine and your inner feminine. Before any union outside of yourself, you need to unite with yourself and the energies that you possess within yourself. Your divine feminine energy especially. I feel like going back to another channeled message I did, which I won't read now, but I will attach. You've been in search for your lost feminine. Could be a lifetime. Could be since age 16, the realization of your lost inner feminine. You may feel like you want to isolate and create again, or this could be you coming into connection with your counterpart, possibly Gemini energy, with the overall energy for this message being the lovers. And also we've got Leo energy here. 2-year extension, 1 year left. I just heard that when I was writing yesterday, so I wrote it down. 21 years, 1 year left, will equal 22. A return to the land it all began. Refused to put on the shoes. So now this is going back to my poem that I read out in the beginning. There's something about 70 years bad fortune. And then I was picking up on the numerology of 87 take away 39 equals 48. Break that down to 12, break that down further to the 3, which is that feminine energy. Again, I was picking up on another numerology, 37, 10, 1, 44. Break it down to the 8, destiny. They couldn't stop a thing. The world is filled with hatred. Feels like sorry, this is another poetry I was going into. I won't read this out. I haven't, kind of was all over the place. At 21:33, you seen someone who was also on the island, lost and found. Same motives, same mottos, you recognize. Eyes. And I was breaking down that word. R-E space con space eyes. I was hearing lies. You recognize the con of G.I. Joe, going back to the energy of the scripture of Matthew. I think it's Matthew 17, but it's the energy of the middleman and the grey area. There's more to somebody than meets the eye. Now I feel like this is a kind of separate message. Side note, because this was kind of later on in my day, so many messages was coming to me, through me, for me to share. You may see this energy within the community of 37. And again at 21:39, they may have hit a place of rock bottom, between a rock and a hard place, may have to return to a place of the lost and found. But I wrote, return to the place of the found, now lost. It's almost like someone's lost their privilege to be free. Some have no clue. Only you know who. Only you know who is who from behind enemy gates, that communal living. And again, I found myself writing a poetry here, calling in your soulmate energy. And it was, for some reason, and I've never, well, sometimes I do, I kind of think to myself, when I hear like the messages, and I even say it myself, you've been calling in your soulmate since you was a child, you know? And now that soulmate that you called in is here. But it's kind of, for me, the reason why you'll be a child calling in your soulmate is because of this energy. Because of this energy that's attached to you from a child. No control over it yourself. You've been exposed to things that you should never have been exposed to. So now the things that you may desire at a very young age, 21, break it down to the 3, is going to put you in, I'm hearing, dire situations. It's like energies of sink or swim. But I feel like you kept your head above water. You was guided I'm picking up on the energy of also Yamamaya, the goddess of the sea, for those that was in captivity. I feel like you used your inner resources to the best of your ability, and now you're ready to emerge. This card of 444 this card of presence is card number 44. When you emerge, have no fear, you're fully protected. Just look at the world events that's taking place. And this is the card. Look at the world events that's taking place. It's creating world peace. As much as it looks like world destruction, it's like organized mess, you know? So the little work that you're doing for yourself, it may seem like nothing, but it's all a part of the energetic shift of this major clear up. It's like you take care of your part of the land, and the land will take care of you. You put in your part. It's that energy of when they say the Most High will help those who help themselves. It's definitely that. So I'm gonna read what I wrote here. Calling in your soulmate. Every time I see this energy, I understand it as during those days of the foundation. I was asking, calling, if it was only me. So I was asking myself if it was only me within this situation, going back to when I was at my window and I was calling upon the energy of the Most High, and I was looking up at the stars and the moons. I was so young, I didn't understand what was going on, what I was doing, or that I was tapped into my psyche. Confirmation. But I asked, why me? And the reply to me, I used to love the cartoon, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. The reply to me was, ask no question, all will be revealed. I heard that in the sound of Aslan. that voice will never leave me. No one can mimic the voice of Aslan for me. So it's very hard for someone to kind of manipulate my final decision, if that makes sense. My intuition. Life along the way truly surprised me. Strangers, friends, and family. What a surreal reality, designed to send you crazy, send me or you crazy, lazy. The wickedness of the world never ceases to amaze me. It's the lack of compassion, lack of empathy, no little sympathy. We have the ability of supernatural power and telepathy. This is the energy of force right, Hurricane Beryl making it all right. Rapunzel, Hansel, day boy, night girl. Let down your hair. That was this rising. And as I finished writing this rising, I kind of just turned to my left and I looked out my window, and I'm going to share those images on my my community page. Mother Earth is coming to show you that she's breaking up some things. She's shaking up some things. She's realigning some things. I want to read this card, Water. So this is card number 33. And again, I said in one of my readings recently, master number 33. So that could be relevant for you. Could be master number 33. Empowerment message. The world we inhabit began from the oceanic waters of life and the waters that surround us in the womb, both of which are domain of the Incan goddess. We are most attuned to the qualities of water, as the element of water symbolically represents our emotions. Our emotions move us to make and perceive the world as we know it. The beauty is in the truth is found by observing water in all her properties and forms. Water is fluid and passes through cracks and flaws in the ground without stress, moving around obstacles and patiently wearing away the most jagged rocks until they are smooth and gleaming. Water ebbs and flows, comes and goes in a powerful rhythmic motion as the seas and the oceans reveal their promise of release and return. Water rises up from the ground and seeds the clouds and then rains upon the earth to ensure growth and sustain life. Water turns to hard ice and blankets. The world is in protective shell. The world is in a protective shell, even of soft snow, allowing the dormancy of life to herald the time of dreaming. Then the ice melts and the cycles begin again. The answer to your question lies in determining what form of water reveals the conditions of your life, and then recognizing the next evolution of your life's potential. If you are in the ebb, you can expect to float. If things are temporarily frozen, soon they will melt. If it seems that your world is too wet and temporarily sheltered, and temporary shelter is needed, you can expect new growth and sunny days again. This goddess reminds you that the waters of your life are perfect as they are now, and just as perfect in the way they will evolve. Unlimited potential is revealed when the goddess comes to visit. The message of alignment, overwhelm and empathy overload has opened up a tidal wave of emotions that feels like it is threatening to engulf you. Feelings are unruly now, and you may discover that it's difficult to control them as you protect their shadowy fears onto the screen of your life. This goddess says your task now is to detach, step back, and allow your feelings to pass through you like water without judgment or disapproval. Let your fears be washed away with self-love and understanding. The world can be chaotic, a chaotic place, and uncertainty can create instability where people will act out in incomprehensible ways. Move to higher ground, say no to engaging and wait. Now is the time to respond when you feel ready. Now is the time to respond when you feel ready, rather than react in the heat of the moment. Let the goddess, let the goddess's waters of life hold you and surround you like the fluid did in your mother's womb. Let love be that water. And this is really bringing me back to the beginning part of one of my drafts of a book that I've written and sent away in the wrong hands, but I won't get into that. But I spoke about my life before portaling, even in my mother's womb. There's still a cord attached to the multiverse. This is the card of perception, awareness, oblivious to, choices, lovers, decisions. I'm going to end this message because we're 43 minutes in now. So this is more so of a channeled message, but I was very curious in regards to this energy. So the first card that came through, can't make it up, life restored. Spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Whatever part of you or your life you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life, just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life. So too will you rise again, healed and renewed. Tell me more, what's this energy? Card number 33, water. What's this energy that was suppressed in this energy of water? Card number 33. And again, the crystal that's here, this is the crystal sulfur. Sulfur. Sourced from the volcanic areas. Sulfur is an excellent companion of bottled up emotions. Come on. So it says, I have to read this before I put another card. I've read it throughout the other messages, but I was just honed in on it just now. Sourced from volcanic areas, sulfur is an excellent companion for bottled up emotions that can manifest as skin conditions, fevers, and emotional outbursts. Sulfur has a negative electrical charge, allowing it to absorb toxicity and destruction from your surroundings. Sulfur also brings to light the natural disasters in your personal landscape, highlighting your shadows in order to clear the path for renewal. This opens up awareness of triggers that can cause eruptions, placing conscious action. Let's get one more card, and I'm going to end this message here. Soul retrieval, can't make this up. Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of your lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power. So be willing to go through the healing process, knowing that any emotional clearing taking place is leading you to wholeness. I want to just put one more card on this energy of an alien emerges in this creative energy where you currently are now, present. Enter the chamber of healing. A spiritual gift of healing is coming to you. Now, be open without expectation or preconceived notions, and allow the healing energy to help you find the best solution for any situation that does not appear to be as it should be. Expect your miracle. Good energy. And on this note, I'm going to end this part of the message here. I am going to come in with some other cards that I've been guided to use. I want to get an overall energy. I couldn't get an overall energy in the ending of the last message yesterday because I felt like this is the energy that needed to come through first. This needed to be said before we move on. You know, it's the kind of energy someone's needing to get something out of their system. That's the high priestess that wants to turn over, and I'm kind of just guided to take her, and the devil's at the bottom of the deck. But I just feel like this is the end of the message. So I'm going to tap into this high priestess energy, which will be next. But again, I feel like that's your energy. Soul retrieval. This is the energy that was trying to be silenced. Your third eye chakra, you've been activated. Going back to the Wonder Twins, superhero energy that I was tapped into a couple of months ago. You've been activated and you're coming into activation with a counterpart. Mirroring energy is kind of giving me that mirroring energy. So anyway, I'm going to end this message here. If these messages have resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and share these messages for those who may need to be hearing it right now. You know, real recognizes real kind of an energy. Love and light.